I have chosen to compare my media product with that of Q magazine since it is the magazine that I have used for my inspiration, the front covers. I have attempted to use conventions of a real music magazine cover in many ways. Firstly, I have tried to keep the house style similar to a typical Q magazine cover. For example, I have tried to fit a lot of text into the cover, therefore it is quite busy, but at the same time everything is organized in that it is easy to find what someone is looking for, similar to the Q magazine. Another convention of a real music magazine which I have used would be that I have made use of a specific central image and have not used any other images in the cover. For example, like magazines such as Enemy or Corandry. In the same way, you can also see that Q only uses one image. This is significant because it focuses on the one image, emphasizing its importance, which was exactly what I attempted to convey through my music magazine. The Q magazine does not use any other anchored text in the same way as my magazine does not, apart from that which explains the central image. This is again to bring emphasis to the central image, since it is the only image which contains the anchored text. Another resemblance between my magazine cover and Q would be that they are in a clear background rather than specific locations, which means that certain color... Once again, this indicates that the image of the artist is what is crucial, hence why there is nothing in the background to distract the reader's attention. I have used a specific color scheme in the same way as Q does, although it is not the same. My color scheme was pink, black, blue, and white. This is similar because by having a color scheme, it means that certain colors are being used as opposed to having a variety of colors that do not blend, which make the magazine seem unprofessional and less likely to appeal to its mature target audience. The language which I have used and Q also uses is similar. For example, we both use buzzwords like exclusive and plus, which will make the magazine distinctive from the competitors and encourage the readers to buy the magazine. However, my media product has also challenged conventions of a real music magazine. To begin with, Q front cover consists of a slogan just beneath the masthead, whereas my magazine does not. Instead of using a slogan, I have used the strap line over the masthead, which is advertising the magazine and convinces the readers to buy it, since it is the best voted music magazine. I have decided to use this rather than a slogan because the readers are able to make their own judgment on what the magazine would be about, rather than me having to state it in a slogan. For example, readers are aware that Q magazine specializes in providing a variety of music, from old to new ones. It does not have to be stated in the slogan, take a different take on music, as the readers are already aware of this. Although by using the slogan, it differentiates Q magazine from different music magazines, indicating what is unique about Q. My music front cover differentiates from Q as the mastheads are different. Q has a masthead which is short, snappy, and easy to remember. However, looking at the other magazines, I noticed that they are similar. For example, Q, as they kept the masthead short. I wanted my magazine to stand out and be different from the other magazines, hence I have given the magazine a longer masthead. Yet I still think it is catchy and unique. I have also noticed that Q magazine positioned their masthead in the top left corner of the magazine in the same way as the Enemy music magazine does. Once again, I wanted my front cover to be different, hence I decided to position the masthead across the center of the top of the page. Another difference between my magazine and Q magazine would be that Another difference between my magazine and Q magazine would be that in this issue, the central image does not use a direct mode of address, whereas my central image does not. This is because the artist I have used in my cover is meant to be a new artist, therefore they have not been in the public eye very long, and hence have not yet built a closer relationship with the public. As well as this, the artist is looking away from the readers, almost to say that their focus is on her new begun career rather than on what the public thinks.